Everybody! What? Go to school! What? Go to hold on, world! This is Union territory! Everybody! What? Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One time, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine.
Good evening. How are we doing out here besides being cold? I'd like to mention Chaka Fattah in the audience with us. Thank you.
How you doing?
Dr. Martin Luther King was a man of conviction. He was a man with a vision of a nation that provided jobs and dignity for all of its citizens. A nation at peace. A nation in which the common good took precedence over private greed. On his birthday, we must say that as a nation, we are moving backwards in terms of realizing this dream. The 99% get less, while the 1% gets more, and the rates of poverty continue to grow day by day. I want to speak briefly on one aspect of this problem. TW Local 234 is committed to public investment in mass transit and infrastructure throughout Pennsylvania. Such investment provides job security for our members and job opportunities for the unemployed. But more than this, investment in transportation is critical to building a comprehensive economy that can provide the foundation for economic progress for all. Low-income working people are particularly dependent on public transit to get to and from work and school. And as we confront the problem of climate change and environmental degradation, mass transit provides green alternatives for the future.
Yeah! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
But the 1%, mic check, mic check.
Mic check!
Mic check.
They don't know that.
But the 1%.
But the 1%
Does not see it that way.
does not see it that way.
Their mantra is
Their mantra is
cut back and privatize.
cut back and privatize.
Congress is threatening
Congress is threatening
to cut funding for public transportation
to cut funding for public transportation
by 38%,
by 38%,
Wow.
which will eliminate up to 500,000 jobs
which will eliminate up to 500,000 jobs
and lead to massive cutbacks
and lead to massive cutbacks
in service and outright cancellation of many routes.
in service and outright cancellation of many routes.
That was a lot. Sorry about that. High-speed rail projects
High-speed rail projects
that could bring our country into this century
that could bring our country into this century
are now deferred or dead.
are now deferred or dead.
Amtrak is on life support,
Is our life support
and regional transit
and regional transit
faces an uncertain future.
faces an uncertain future.
They hope to cash in
They hope to cash in
on privatizing toll roads
on privatizing toll roads
and public transportation.
and public transportation.
In the state of Pennsylvania,
In the state of Pennsylvania,
27%
27%
of our bridges
of our bridges
are structurally deficient.
are structurally deficient.
38%
38%
of our roads
of our roads
are rated fair or poor.
are rated fair or poor.
Our mass transit infrastructure
Our mass transit infrastructure
is aging, and our port facilities
and our port facilities
are deteriorating.
are deteriorating.
SEPTA alone
SEPTA alone
needs an estimated
needs an estimated
$4 billion
$4 billion
in capital investment.
in capital investment.
Last month,
Last month,
by demonstrating and committing civil disobedience on the Market Street Bridge that we are currently occupying, the fight for Philadelphia, and Occupy Philly, drew attention to this problem. We are challenging the 1%. Their response is there is no money for your programs, poor people. Poor people.
There is for coffee bars.
How is that possible, I ask? When there is money for a bank bailout, bloated salaries for CEOs, of oil companies. As Dr. King said, in an earlier time, it is tragic. Mixed up when the United States spends $500,000 for every enemy soldier killed. And only $53 annually on the victims of poverty. Do we need new priorities? Hell yeah! We need to make sure our resources are directed towards building a just society. And a just society, among other things, will have public transportation systems that is affordable, accessible, and green. And safe. Transport Workers Union is committed to these goals. Our slogan is workers' rights are human rights. 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 We look forward to working together with other unions, community groups, and the Occupy movement to reclaim the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King. Thank you.